I know we've started many a video with me being excited to harvest some carrots, only to be disappointed by what's not going on underneath as opposed to what I'm seeing above. Hopefully today is not the same and not a repeat of history, but we can only hope for the best. Somehow I have a good feeling about today though. So let's get straight into this carrot harvesting video. Hello everyone, thank you so very much for making it for this video. I'm not going to keep you all long today at all. Today we're doing a quick harvest of some carrots and we're hoping for the best. I know that we've had many a failure about growing carrots in containers and even in raised beds. We've seen failures, but we also have seen some successes. So today we're hoping for the latter and not the former. And the point is that carrots, even though they are a bit tricky to grow in Trinidad, you can't grow them. These here haven't really cost me much labor at all. Just plant the seed, and I have my full grain guide that I'll put up here so you can see what you can do. But it is obviously something that is meant for colder temperatures, and I mentioned that in my grain guide. So we try to give it the best of both worlds, giving it enough sunlight to allow for photosynthesis, while at the same time allowing it to not go too dry or too hot, because that's not going to help it to grow these carrots. They don't like very hot temperatures, which would make it normally seem like something that shouldn't really be grown in the Caribbean, but you can grow it. And today we are in Trinidad, sunny, hot Trinidad, middle of June, and we are hoping for the best from this carrot harvest. I'm not going to delay much longer, so we're going to get straight into harvesting these out. I've seen some pretty nice big stocky heads above here, and now that's a reason to hope for your carrots to be really good. But you have also seen on this channel where you have a nice big stocky head and then not much going on underneath, and that's something that you wouldn't know unless you try and then you pull it up, and only then you'll see. So don't worry too much about it if that does happen. It's trial and error and we get better with time. So just keep on trying your hand with the carrot and you're going to be fine. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to go for the biggest one first because of course my eye big. Hoping for the best. Fingers crossed, fingers and toes crossed. Oh. We've been disappointed before, so it's fine. Let's go up. Okay, this one is pretty well wedged in. That's actually a good sign. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow, look at this. I'm so happy. That's really nice. That's a good 7 inches. It's really nice. Wow, so thick. Okay, we're going in for another one, second biggest looking head from what we see on the outside. Oh, anchor down pretty well. Whoa, this is nice also. Look at that. I'm happy with that. Wow. There we go. Okay, this one is not as big. Head is not as big. Oh, but still, that's a nice carrot. Happy with that. Last one. This one is the smallest head, so not expecting too much, but still, that's a good carrot. I'm still happy with that. So I think the point here is that no matter how many times you fail in your garden, because you all have seen so many of my carrot fails, that you keep at it, you're going to get better and better, and you're going to eventually one day have the success that you're looking for. Sometimes circumstances are just not right, but one day the stars will align and you're going to get that success that you're looking for. Now, am I saying that if you are a cassava and yam grower in Trinidad, you should stop that to grow carrots? Absolutely not. It wouldn't make any sense at all. In Trinidad, the climate is suited towards cassava and yam, and of course other things, and obviously not as good for carrots. But don't think that you can't grow carrots in Trinidad right in a container, right at home from seed. Even though our temperatures are so scalding hot, we can still have carrots. The carrot growing guide is up on the channel. Feel free to check that out and try your hand at it, and you're going to be able to grow something and give yourself and your family better food security. This, I didn't do anything special to grow these carrots. I used soil that I bought off a van, mixed it up with my worm casting, some animal manure, as I do almost everything in my garden. The only thing I did was try to make sure there wasn't too much rubble inside of that soil to make sure the carrots should grow down nice and straight, and that's pretty much it. Remember that, well, two things with the carrots, that if you want to store your carrots for longer, cut the greens off immediately after you harvest when you're storing it, because the greens will pull moisture from the tuber and you not the tube but from the root, because this is a tap root here. This is not a tube, it's a tap root, and it's not going to store as well if you keep the greens on it. So cut the greens off. And the second thing is that you can use all these greens here to make pesto. So if you like to have your Italian sandwiches with your heirloom tomatoes, organic tomatoes from your garden that you're growing, then feel free to do that. You just cut this off, you blend it up with some garlic, some nuts, some olive oil. I have a full guide on my TikTok, and you're going to have some really nice pesto to use. This, I don't think I'm going to make any pesto because I'm good, so I'm just going to put this into the compost pile there. If you know somebody, of course, who would be interested in growing some exotic looking things that you probably think that you can only buy it in the grocery, but you can grow it right here, 100% organic and super easy and cheap as well. The seeds for this, I spent like $10 on it, and I got so many seeds from it. So if you know somebody who'd be interested in that, feel free to share this video with them and the growing guide as well, to help them out in this time to have better food security and to provide better for themselves and their family. Remember that you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook to see more stuff coming to Trinidad Gardeners Garden. And feel free to tag us on any of those platforms. Are you growing carrots? Do you know somebody who's growing carrots? I'll be really happy to see what they're doing and how they're doing with the carrot growing journey. Be happy to support them and to get encouragement from you all as well, because it's such a blessing to see you all in your garden just doing your thing. Remember, as always, it's been Dylan from the Trinidad Gardeners channel reminding you to get up and get growing. Take care.